Welcome. In front of me is a Honor 20 Lite, and today I'll show you how to go through the setup process of this phone. And when you boot it up for the first time, what you want to do is select the language. So you'll have this welcome screen, and then basically all the languages below that. Now I'll also mention, because this is Honor, and you're using different, for instance, language than what your SIM card is from, then insert the SIM card first, because Honors and Huawei's are so graceful that you will select the language, for instance English, you pop a Polish SIM card, and bam, it's now in Polish, even though you are still in a setup screen and you still selected English instead of Polish. So insert it before you select the language so you can combat that stupidity here. So I'm gonna stick with English and then get started. Now I'm not gonna be inserting a SIM card here, so I don't actually have to worry about this right now. But yeah, so next page we have terms of use. Obviously we need to agree to the things that we have read, assuming we have read it. And then we have the insert SIM card. So yeah, no thanks, I'm gonna skip it for now. Then data import. So here you can actually restore your device from an old backup, or simply get your old device and make basically transfer all the data from an existing device to this one if you wanted to. But I'm not going to be bothering with this one. I'm going to set it up as new. So I'm going to select setup as new, and this is going to take me to the next page where I can connect to Wi-Fi. Now again, this step is completely optional. If you don't have a Wi-Fi that you can connect to, you can completely skip it. If you do, simply choose one and put in a password for it. If you go with the skip option like I am, I'm gonna lose also the ability to log into Google account throughout the setup, but still I can do that later on. Once the setup is finished, all I need to do is go into the settings and accounts, and from there I can connect after I also add a Wi-Fi. Now next page we have Google services. So we have three different ones: location scanning and some user and diagnostic data. Now briefly going over them: location and GPS tracking for apps like, for instance, Google Maps, but also other apps like Xiaomi, smart home appliances and stuff like that. That will require your location, even though there is literally no logical explanation why a thermometer would need your location. But it is what it is. Then next we have scanning. So basically allows your device to scan for nearby devices and signals like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, stuff like that. And then below that we have send user and diagnostic data. Obviously gathers data on how you use the device, sends it to Google. Now if you don't want these, you can simply tap on the check mark, turn it off, and then scroll down and tap on accept. Now we have data and privacy, kind of ironic thing that they come up here with, because it's Google. Lack of privacy is one of their key aspects here, but obviously you can tap on details, and from there let's tap on the next, because there's no other option. Now next page we have device protection. Now here we can actually protect our device, that is through a fingerprint or face recognition or PIN, pattern or password. Now if you go with one of the two first ones, so fingerprint or face recognition or both, you will be required to set up a PIN, pattern or password anyway. As you can see, once it's by default opts into a 6-digit PIN, but you can tap on change unlocking method and you have 4-digit custom pattern or password. So select whichever one you want. Now the reason why you are forced to set a physical lock like this is because if something happens to your face or your finger, well then you still actually have a way of unlocking your device, because otherwise if something happens like that, then you completely locked out of your device. So that is the reason for a physical way of unlocking the device. So I'm gonna go with the pattern only here. So let's draw the pattern, redraw the same pattern once more, done, and now it's set. Now once you do, it also brings up the options to set up a fingerprint or face recognition, but you can simply tap on skip if you don't want to use any of those. Then we have enhanced services. Enable services, set up enhanced services. So what is this? Provides a range of enhanced services to help you get most from your device. So basically gathers data again on you and sends it this time to Huawei. So same thing as Google, I just kind of improved services. That's kind of their mumbo jumbo that they're calling it. User experience improvement programs, same thing. If you want to, you can read exactly what it does and decide if you want to agree to it or not, and then select join or later, which is, we'll just kind of skip it. And then Huawei location services. Huawei location services allows apps and services such as weather, health, and maps to access device location. Now, I believe this is strictly for the apps that are from Huawei, because Google already asked us for the same thing before with the scanning option. This is basically the same thing, or actually GPS tracking. So again, if you chose later or to turn it off, then here select later. And then keep your software up to date on the next page. Basically updates your device automatically. I believe it is done overnight. Or you can set it up to be updated manually, which will then require you to go into the settings and basically under settings look for system updates. But once you have finished that one, you should be then on the home screen of the device with, well, basically access to your phone. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.